What's going on, YouTube? Rukari here, back with another episode of Soulcreek, and we are about to venture out into the post-apocalyptic wasteland and see what it actually looks like. With a shy blush, I draw myself over to the lodge door and tuck it open. The air is cutting and chilly. I draw my arms closer to my body as its stinging cold shears my face. It's far less windy than it was last night. A gentle sunlit warmth glows through the cold. Come on, let me see the snow. It's not bad. This looks very Alaskan. Whoa. I'm gobsmacked by the scenery. It's an awe-inspiring alpine landscape. Mountains tower all around the serene valley, reaching high into the crystal blue sky and far into the distance. Loken's lodge is isolated. I don't see any signs of his tribe, only distant forests and snowy peaks. I see Loken. He's standing next to a crate of his decaying salvage, arms folded earnestly. His pelt ruffles majestically in the cold breeze. There are two women speaking to him. One is a feline, whilst the other is a raccoon. Both wear tribal garbs composed of leather, fur, and ragged linen. By this point, I'm just rolling along with everyone else being some form of beast person. They're both taller than me, but that seems standard. Humans are just small compared to these people, I suppose. The two of them are engaged fervently with Loken, their attention completely enraptured. They could really do that? And you have one?
Yes, but it is not functional. Here.
I watch, curious. Loken fumbles through a salvage and grabs a dilapidated mobile phone, totally frayed from centuries of decay and beyond any hope of repair. He holds it out to the interested pair nonchalantly. They lean forward and coo like spellbound children. I vaguely remember Loken saying that people he reveres suffer technology, but to actually see them do it, it's bizarre. How far could they speak?
Far.
But how would they hear? Loken twists the beaten-up mobile around, showing them the other side. His face is neutral, like he's only half interested.
These are speakers. They make noise. They talk in here and listen here.
Amazing, I never imagined. Think of its worth. We'll trade for it. What would you like? We have many wares to offer in exchange, or we can return with more. What would they do with it? It's junk. Zephyr Savage is worth a lot in this economy, never mind its condition. Loken even said the clans have gone to war over technology that still works. I'm starting to understand the significance of the Blackrunners' right. Exactly. I'd assume the Blackrunners are the richest people in the land. If they find anything really valuable out there, they can have it. No catch. Seems like an easy economy to take advantage of someone with. Loken scowls uncomfortably as the pair ply him for trade.
I will not trade. This piece is not functional.
But it's...
Keep your wares. It is junk.
Please, how about if...
No.
I step forward, cautiously deciding to make myself known. They all turn to me. Loken immediately steps away from his guests and plants himself between them and I. The women gape in bewilderment. Oh, right, I'm the first human they've ever seen. Good morning, Loken.
You are awake. There is pain.
A little, but it's fine. I can walk.
I have Dawn Lily for you.
Loken, who is this? Loken and I swiftly turn to the two women, who are totally perplexed by me. I hate the way they're looking at me, like a freak freshly stumbled out the circus. I slide my arms into the front pocket of my hoodie defensively, deeply uncomfortable. Hey there. When I speak, they take a step back in shock, eyes wide. They seem to think I'm about to attack them. I try to smile, but they remain horrified. Loken glances to me, then them. He says nothing in my defense. Sorry, I'm a human, I'm nobody, let Loken handle this. I don't think we want to tell them I'm human. I don't think I want to tell them I'm nobody. But if I at least say I'm Loken's acolyte, maybe that'll make him happy. So I'm Loken's acolyte. Loken spins his head to me. He looks surprised by my answer. Then I see the tiniest smile on his muzzle. You've taken an acolyte?
Yes, recently. He has excellent wit.
The women look at one another. Their fear of me hasn't been alleviated. Is he a rodent? I scowl, annoyed.
No, he is harmless.
Yeah, I was just saying hi. What is he?
His name is Rukari.
The raccoon is the first to drop her guard, the tension in her shoulders melting ever so slightly. Well, we certainly need more Blackrunners. Following the example of her companion, the feline relaxes a little. Yes, have you begun your training in the fort? Have you been to the zones yet? No, nothing yet, really.
He will learn fast.
To my surprise, the feline actually takes a step towards me. I'm not sure she hears it, but I pick up the unmistakable sound of Loken's throat rumbling. What a curious creature! Have you no pelt?
He does not.
I frown at Loken, whose eyes are narrowed slightly. He's tense about something. The feline turns to her partner. What odd things these Blackrunners find? The chieftain will be amazed. You're not from the Draconi clan? We are travelers from the Windchill clan to the southwest. We stopped on our way home to visit Loken. Why? To lay eyes upon him and his salvage collection. We knew of his reputation, but to see it in person is... She trails off, her eyes dropping to the crate of salvage again. Loken doesn't seem to respond, but I do notice his tail swaying gently. Our chieftain adores Sephra Salvage. We wish to bring her a gift. She would be very interested in you. Me? Why? Now I can definitely hear Loken growling. She enjoys curious things. You should come visit our clan. We could...
He is mine!
Loken bares his teeth furiously at the woman and snarls. They take a step back, eyes wide fearfully. He thrusts his arm out and pushes me behind him, blocking their view of me.
I have claimed Rukari.
Though disturbed by the aggression, I don't protest, and I let him procure me behind him. I don't know how that sentence is worded, but we're just gonna... Okay. I remember how possessive Loken is of his salvage, but I didn't expect him to act so territorial about me, too. It's strange, but I'm almost glad of it. His overprotective behavior could keep me safe. I do feel a bit sorry for his guests, though. They're really freaked out. Of course, we didn't mean... We'll keep our distance.
Yes.
There's another awkward pause. Well, Loken, are you sure you won't consider a trade for the speaking relic? You know our chief enjoys your salvage. We have spices, many different flavors. Loken's ears and nose twitch with interest.
Spice?
Behind him, his tail starts gently wagging. It seems to do that when he's happy or excited. I have to admit, it's pretty cute. Yes, we heard rumors around our clan that you like it.
I do.
I still can't believe they think Loken's scrap is valuable.
I have nothing of value to trade today.
Oh, but we'll take the speaking relic off of you.
It is not worth your spice.
There must be something you would part with. I do appreciate that. Like, he's a pretty stand-up guy. Like, you could easily abuse this and, like, sell junk, like, that absolutely doesn't work. But Loken seems very, like, particular about like, actually making a fair trade. Loken grumbles, deeply uncomfortable. Going by the nervous twitching of his tail, he really wants those spices, but won't overstep his moral compass for them. You know what? I could probably find something in there that's actually valuable to trade, so I don't know, give him a hand. I squint down at the time-worn salvage for anything I recognize. Most of it is ratty beyond recognition. But then I spot something. Hey, what about this? Loken's ears fold backwards as I step out from behind him.
No.
He goes to block the sight of me again.
Stay behind me.
Just trust me for a second. I've got wit, remember? I figure that ought to get him to listen. He falters, then nods.
Okay, do not get close to them.
The faces of the women light up as Loken steps aside. I tug something out of his collection of scrap. The Zephyr called this an insulated flask. It's pretty beat up, but it might still work. It's functional? Maybe. It stores liquids and keeps them hot or cold. Tea, soup, that sort of thing. I hold the flask out for them to inspect. They don't seem to have understood a word I said, but remain fascinated. You could put coffee or something inside and take it with you to travel. Coffee? It's a Zephyr drink. The women seem completely baffled by my knowledge. You're speaking in tongues to them, sir. How do you know all of this?
It is as I said. He has excellent wit.
He sounds proud of me. I feel my cheeks getting slightly hot. But no, I'm familiar with this stuff.
That is wit.
It's not... Okay, sure. Anyway, you might have to clean the rust off, but the lid still fits, so I don't see why it wouldn't still work. Would you trade for it, Loken? All three of us look at him. He seems pleasantly taken aback.
I will.
The two travelers are beside themselves with joy. They clutch one another in triumph and bow their heads to Loken. Thank you so much! The raccoon and Loken exchange the goods. The feline looks like she's about to approach me, but then remembers Loken's waspish attitude and keeps her distance. Thank you, little one, for your insight. You have great wit. Do you enjoy the spices? I hope your chief makes good use of them. I doubt Loken will share those. It's okay, glad I could help. They're really happy about this. Seriously? It's just a flask. Well, maybe it's a Stanley Cup, dude. You know people, kill for those. Their distrust of me seems to have melted away. That feels kind of nice. Respect to you, Blackrunner. And to your new acolyte. Yes, respect. The two traders put their prize into a fur-skin sack, then steadily head back down the hills. They chatter to each other, abuzz with excitement. Loken and I watch them go in silence. Soon they're too far away to make out. So, you like spices?
It is good.
Good to know.
You are good.
Huh? You
have used your wit for good.
Oh, it was nothing. You weren't kidding, by the way. The way people see Zephyr Salvage, they think it's really valuable. It's crazy. People treating garbage like it's something precious. You guys don't use money? His head tilts in a typically confused canine fashion. Like coins? Currency? He blinks wordlessly, his expression remaining perplexed. Never mind.
You sleep heavy.
Sorry?
You sleep heavy.
Heavy? Yeah, I guess I'm a heavy sleeper.
No. Sleeping heavy.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sleeping heavily.
He has an odd way of speaking. I'm not sure I understand him at times, or perhaps he doesn't understand me. Well, last thing I remember was watching the fire.
I have Dawn Lily.
I step over to Loken apprehensively as he begins to root around in his satchel. What exactly is this stuff?
Dawn Lily. I just told you. Don't you listen?
I mean, what's it made of? It's a plant. Like burdock root, or goldenrod, or willow bark.
Dawn Lily.
I blink. There must be a way of getting a straight answer out of this hound. Right, I mean, what is Dawn Lily made of?
Herb.
So it's a painkiller? That's what I meant. Suddenly, he shoots me a vicious scowl, clearly offended. I shrink a little. Sorry?
Okay.
That was weird. Loken pulls a strange linen-wrapped packet from his pouch and unwraps it. A small batch of pale orange powder is inside. He places some on the palm of his paw and holds it up to me. I recoil, scrunching up my face in caution.
Tongue.
Oh, you gotta lick it off his paw. Fight, can you scan this? It's an opioid analgesic. I think it'd be addictive in high quantities. Don't take too much of it. I'm not sure about this, but I am in a lot of pain. It's going to be easier to stick to our mission plan if I have something to take the edge off. Alright, thanks, Loken. Cautiously, I lean forward and take a pinch of the Dawn Lily, then smear it on my tongue. It quickly dissolves. The taste hits me immediately. It's the most grotesque flavor, that of rotten, pallid milk. My face tightens in disgust, and my eyes glue themselves shut as I fight off my gagging reflex. Ugh! Oh, that's hideous!
Yes.
Oh, gods! It tastes like live wasps!
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it's getting worse?
Mm-hmm.
The taste wears off, so I open my eyes. Loken has a mild grin of satisfaction on his face.
You are funny.
Ugh, at least someone finds this amusing. Blah.
You would like to take more? I would enjoy seeing you take more. It is funny to watch.
As the taste wears off, I grin at his gentle teasing. So you do have a sense of humor.
Yes.
I'm amazed. His mood darkens in a heartbeat, as if I flicked a switch. His stare turns scathing once again.
This is amazing to you.
His voice is loaded with defensive outrage. I shy from him, nervously regretting what I said. His scowl burns through me.
Tell me why this is amazing. Because I laugh at things? That is amazing. Then you think I am dull. Explain.
I didn't expect him to be so sensitive. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. Just trying to get to know you since I'm going to be your acolyte. That seems to cheer him right up. His tail starts to wag. I'm guessing there existed a future where words like awesome and amazing and terrific haven't lost all sense of meaning through overuse. That seems to cheer him right up. His tail starts to wag.
You accept?
Before I can answer him, I spot someone else approaching the lodge. My heart clenches anxiously as I recognize them. Oh, they're back! This is gonna be great! Good morning, Loken.
My chief.
Rukari. Yeah, hey. How is your injury? Less sore, I think.
He has taken Dawn Lily.
Huh. Tastes like unwashed ass, doesn't it? I manage a smile. Yep, I think it's my first time taking it. I dab at my side. It's already starting to feel numb. The effects will last a few days. Be careful how much you take, though. It's addictive stuff. I have some news. Aeon won't be here until tomorrow at the latest. You'll have to sit tight until then. Before I can reply, Loken turns determinedly to his chief.
I will run today.
Thank you. I have a list from the shamans and a personal request from Silene. Where will you go?
Bleakstone.
Dravonia hands a piece of parchment over to Loken. That works. We need good metal for the smiths to work. Most of all, we need copper for new cables after last week's blizzard.
Copper is uncommon.
I know. Just get what you can.
Silene needs supplies.
Her little one's fever is no better. I hear Loken whine with unease.
Most of the healing supplies are expired.
All I can ask is your best. You're going into a Blackzone today?
The clan requires salvage and medicine.
Am I coming?
No, you will stay.
I wince. I'm not sure how safe I feel being left alone with Dravonia. If it were up to her, I'd be in chains. How long will you be gone?
Until dusk.
Are you able to walk, Rukari? I think so. Then I will take Rukari to see the village. Loken nods.
Good.
Is that a good idea? I thought my kind were extinct. People will freak out if...
The tribeswomen must see you.
Loken agreed to this last night. Your fate may belong to him now, but I still have my own expectations of you. One is that you will not hide in Loken's lodge. You will need to pull your weight as a Draconi. I glance uneasily at Dravonia. Despite trying to appear unfazed, she sees right through me. You have my word, I won't execute you when Loken isn't looking. What? No, I didn't. I wasn't suggesting you would. Definitely not with that big, sharp, giant knife at your hip, no. You're easy to read, human.
Okay, I will prepare.
Loken folds up Dravonia's list, then retreats into his lodge. I watch him go, the door rattling shut behind him. You're fond of Loken? I'm taken aback by Dravonia's curt statement. Fond? I've known him for like a day, lady.
Do you like him?
Oh, yeah, he's something.
You don't like him?
What? No, I mean, yes, I do. I do like him. He's been kind.
Good. I understand his social manners aren't the most graceful, but he's a good man.
I feel incredibly nervous talking to her. She exudes an authority that's beyond questioning. I feel vastly inferior beside her. I was wondering, I hesitate.
Say it.
I was... Has he ever invoked his right before?
A few times, only for trinkets, and never quite as fiercely as he has to keep you alive.
Do you know why he did it?
I know exactly why.
Oh, okay, you've got, like, some armor, like, some legit gear. The lodge door bangs open again, and Loken returns. He's thrown an entirely new outfit on. It's quite a getup. It looks like he's mashed several decaying military uniforms together before rolling in a heap of jagged scrap metal.
Rukari.
Yeah?
You will not reopen your wound.
Sure.
You will not attempt to flee.
Wasn't planning to.
Okay.
There's a short pause where Loken looks towards his chief, his ears flattening against his head. He looks back to me, then to her again.
Loken, he'll be fine. You have my word. You are certain?
We discussed this.
Okay.
He hangs around for just a moment, watching me. I give him a light smile, then he turns around and marches off. It's gonna feel weird without him. Feels like he's my primary guide in this world, aside from Bite. Loken descends the grasslands quickly, then breaks into a sudden sprint. In a heartbeat, he's already run across the valley and started to disappear into the woods. Whoa, he's fast.
Yes, he's a Blackrunner. The clue is very much in the name. Come along, then. It's time for you to see the world.
Dravonia gestures for me to follow her. Time to meet the others, I guess. She leads me down a gravel path and over the plains, far beneath the shadows of towering mountains. My wound keeps my pace modest, but I manage to keep up. The sharp wind bites at my skin. I tuck my arms into my hoodie's front sleeve to keep the elements at bay.
I hear we may have a new Blackrunner soon.
He told you about that?
He wanted to explain his actions. You should be aware that being his acolyte will place high expectations on you.
But I don't know, I'm just an idiot with no memory.
Loken is far more than just a Blackrunner to us. He ensures the farmers are well looked after. He teaches at the schools. He liaises with the builders to get them supplies. The clan sees him as a protector. They go to him with their woes. Since you'll be at his side most of the time, he'll expect the same resolve from you. She makes it sound like she expects me to fully join the Draconi. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Loken says you have remarkable wit.
No I don't, just...
Please, Rukari, I'm not a zealous monk. I don't believe in wit.
Ah, I suppose I just assumed everyone did.
Do you believe in the gods, Rukari? Or fate?
I really don't know anymore. Like, honestly, everything's gotten so confusing, it's hard to say. I don't know.
Religion has its place. Everyone should have a hobby. But practical actions speak while prayers do not. If your claims about being human are true, then you are a Zephyr. You know their culture, that's all.
Loken made it sound, spiritual.
In a sense, but he's not a spiritual person. I have known him since he was a child, and he's grown into a man of practicality. I trust his core judgment, not his wit.
She shoots me a harsh glare.
Be grateful of that.
I wince. You still don't trust me, huh? Abruptly, she halts in her tracks and turns to me, eyes narrowed.
Do you know what being chieftain of a clan means?
I blink. wisely keeping my immediate smarky response to myself. It means the people here are under my protection. The women, the men, the children. Your life is not above theirs. I will take every precaution, and I make no apologies. I flinch as she brings a finger up to point at me. Ignorance is the order of the world, Rukari. You are a dangerous unknown, and knowledge of the unknown is scarce. Nowhere in this province is safe. So no, I don't trust you. Your arrival has piqued my interest, but I'm uneasy. Loken believes you have something to offer, so I'm giving you a chance. That's why we're walking together right now. Her sharp, fiery eyes linger on me for a moment. I say nothing. I just look back, her stare cutting right through me. She carries on walking, gesturing for me to keep up. We're moving further down the mountains now and skirting around some thick forests. Okay, so we've got a lot of work to do in order to make sure that the cat lady trusts us, and the only thing keeping us safe is our buff husky. I go quiet, somewhat irked by what feels like an idle threat. She observes my mood and shakes her head. Come now, you would have done the same. I frown. Would I? An impossible creature with no explanation for itself wanders in. Would you really trust it? If you would, you're either grievously arrogant or endearingly stupid. There is a good chance that I am endearingly stupid. I mean, I don't know if you've met me or not, but if I met a 8-foot-tall, talking cat woman, you know what, my life is in her hands now. So which is Loken? Arrogant or stupid? At once, I regret being even slightly snarky. Sorry, I didn't mean... No, go on. Out with it. I appreciate you deciding not to kill me, but what danger could I possibly be? I raise my arms to the side. I'm only human. Tiny compared to you lot. I'm not a threat. Dravonia looks surprised, amused even. I've every reason to expect another cold threat from her, but she almost seems sympathetic. I would very much like to be proven wrong about what you are. What I am? Do you think I'm a demon or something? Is it really so hard to believe? They can't leave the Blackzones, Loken said. I don't look like one, or I'd assume someone would have pointed that out. Now it's her turn to glare at me like I'm the stupid one. However, she drops the stare and sighs, seemingly regathering her patience. Her pause makes me uneasy. I don't look like one, do I? I suppose I should forgive your ignorance if what you say about your memory is true. Rukari, try and understand. Save for Blackrunners and raving lunatics, nobody has ever seen a demon. I frown. Then, hang on, really? Never? Never. We know almost nothing about them. Most don't believe they're even real or refuse to accept it. So, how do people know they even exist? The only tangible proof is the word of the Blackrunners. That, and the insane testimonies of maniacs who spent too long in the Blackzones. What do you mean, maniacs? Demons are beyond comprehension or description. Only the Blackrunners are capable of knowing anything about them. Perhaps they are products of the Cascade, but nobody knows what caused that either. All those memories have been forgotten. Our history is lost. Knowledge of the clans and how we got to this point is gone. Perhaps the answers lie in the Blackzones, but only the Blackrunners know these things. Ignorance is the order of the world, no kidding. Oh, we're gonna have to find out so much shit about what happened. Surely Loken can tell you all about them, or any other Blackrunner. She grunts, irritated. His business is beyond my authority. My ignorance is for my protection, he claims. Trying to comprehend the nature of the Blackzones invites insanity. He once described them as an ocean of terrible infinity, where demons are sharks,
That's about all I can get from him. She scoffs. He can be dreadfully poetic sometimes. I thought demons were just machines. I'm sorry? Like, rogue AI? Do you know anything about that? I've never heard that term, so no. Loken handles all matters related to the Blackzones. There is safety in ignorance, he assures me. And then you, an unknown, claim to be something impossible, a member of a long-dead species. Loken is my Blackrunner, my guiding light. So if he says you are safe, then you are safe. But please, forgive my trepidation. I guess I can understand why you'd be wary. But I'm not a demon, I promise. It's Loken's judgment I trust. He speaks for your safety. There must be people who've seen demons at the very least. She hums thoughtfully. There are witnesses, but their accounts are always rambled nonsense. The mind rebels within the Blackzones. Those who return are changed. Changed how? She shakes her head. You should ask Loken of these things. It is Blackrunner business. These demons are getting more and more curious. Advanced sentient robotics must just be far too mind-blowing for the primitive clans. We break through the edge of the forest and emerge at the side of the Draconi village. Oh, it's cute! Very rustic, little wood cabins. It's denser than I expected. Stone pathways weave between sturdy wooden huts. There are blocks and districts of various shapes and sizes. Dravonia leads me through the narrow alleyways, winding through the various shanties and their primitive dwellers. The Draconi clan harbors beastfolk of all shapes, sizes, and species. I'm struck by the lack of men. Taki wasn't kidding. Males really are a rarity. The village women stare quizzically as we pass by them, smothering me with their distrust. My proximity to Dravonia is the only thing keeping me from causing a stir. I edge closer to her, unsettled by the looks I'm getting. I don't think me being here is a good idea. They know who you are. How? Word travels fast. I wanted to soften the blow of your appearance, so I spread rumors of your arrival. They know a human is among us. That's all they need to know. Okay, okay, thanks, lady, I guess. This is the village square. Most trading takes place here. There's a central podium of stone in the middle of an open cobblestone space, where wood for a huge bonfire has been prepared. I look around the buildings. There are signs of modern technology here and there, just like with Loken's lodge. I can see electric lanterns and heaters haphazardly placed among the structures. Electric cables are strung across the alleys. Nestled beneath a roof of straw, 2 old chest freezers are propped up against a wooden wall. They're both horribly run down and have been patched up with all manner of spare parts like a pair of Frankenstein monsters. A stern-looking tribeswoman is standing guard by them, a rackety spear in her hands. Of all the pieces of functioning technology I've seen, the 2 freezers seem like the most sophisticated. Whoa, do those work? The food preservers, yes. The whole village has electricity. All the Zephyr technology here is functioning. I do not collect worthless scrap. We control the Great Barrier. That's the hydropower plant to the east. It's one of the few structures that has been maintained since the Cascade. Okay, so you're somewhere near a dam. Dravonia leads me to an open grassland enclosed by trees and mountains. Here, members of the clan are toiling in ranks upon ranks of fields. I didn't think you could farm in this climate. It has been challenging, but summer has just begun. The clan has a few different sources of food. The lake is not far from here for fishing. There are animals to hunt and ranch with. Access to electricity gives us our edge. There's also this here. She moves over to a nearby tap fixed against a wall. It screeches as she turns it, and a rough stream of water sputters onto the ground. It takes me a minute to realize what I'm looking at. Ah, you've got plumbing. She nods. Our people have access to showers and bathrooms like those used by the Zephyr. It would be interesting to see if they are familiar to you. As I understand it, your people used pipes and electricity to move heat and water around their cities. The Automonks have taught us to do the same. Who are the Automonks? They're like the Autobots? Do they roll out? They're, she falters. They're a cult, really. Keepers of the old knowledge who have taken a vow of silence.
How do you share the old knowledge if you can't talk? She continues leading me through the winding labyrinth of the Draconi settlement. The Auto-monks are secretive and guard the old knowledge jealously. They live in the Great Barrier and maintain Zephyr structures that survived the cascade throughout the province. But you guys control the dam, no? How does that work? It's in our territory, but the Auto-monks maintain it. I may not understand the Auto-monks, but I try to keep them happy. The Draconi makes extensive use of their knowledge in return for protection. Have other clans tried to take over the dam? Tried. She doesn't elaborate. I wouldn't either. That's a threat enough. I spot a number of tribeswomen still staring at me as we walk. When I make eye contact, they turn away and avoid me. Dravonia leads me across an open stretch of grass, towards a wooden longhouse that appears far sturdier than the other structures. Here, this is the hall. It's where I conduct myself as chief of the Draconi. The buildings seem really well constructed. Our builders are talented, though the hall has been here since before I was chief. How did you become chieftain? I was chosen by my predecessor. She wasn't the most beneficent of leaders. Were she still chief, she'd have killed you on the spot. Something she says doesn't sit right. Dravonia isn't the type to take risks with her people, especially where the Blackzones seem to be concerned. She should have killed me immediately. Relax, Rukari. You seem tense. Come inside. I have something to show you. I hesitate, digging my arms deeper into the front pocket of my hoodie. I'm not sure I feel safe. These people are alien to me. This time period is a disheveled maze. I'm a stranger here, ravaged by dubious stares. For all Dravonia's hospitality, we didn't get off on the right foot last night. She's still guarding her true intentions. But what choice do I have? Like it or not, I'm stuck here. Begrudgingly, I go inside with Dravonia. Alrighty. As we're heading into this building and hopefully not dying, I'm gonna pause this episode. No. Am I not? No, we're gonna pause it. We're gonna pause here. We're not gonna go too crazy long on these because we only have so much time in the day and so many things to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're learning a little bit more about the clans, and hopefully soon we'll get into some black running because I really am excited to learn about what kind of person I am. But we're just gonna keep these episodes a little short for the moment while I kind of build up a backlog again, and then eventually we'll get some longer episodes with some more stories. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye!